Good morning. My name is Stephen Lyford, and I am here to introduce you to the new YouTube page, Migraine International Patient's Perspective. The reason this page exists is to provide a platform for those who suffer from migraines, and the page is for those with chronic migraines, and we want to discuss migraines from a patient's perspective. Now, there are many pages out there on the internet that are pages like this, but most of those pages um, are from a clinical perspective and are run by migraine clinics and doctors, and those are fine, and those are great pages to have. Um, but I wanted to do this from a chronic migraine patient's perspective. Myself, I'm a 45-year migraine sufferer. So I have plenty of experience being a migraine sufferer, and I have a Facebook page that has 1,230 or so migraine sufferers on it. And what I have learned from the people on my page is that we have a wide range of experiences, and the exchanges we have on that page um, is a wealth of knowledge. Now, I acknowledge that that wealth of knowledge is anecdotal, but it's still important to us to have that exchange, that conversation, because as migraine sufferers, that common exchange makes us feel like we're not alone. Because when you go to a neurologist, those conversations are not important to the neurologist. So we wanted to have an outlet for that. Um, so this platform is those who suffer from migraines. It's for those family members, and it might even interest those who are studying migraines, um, and maybe even a neurologist or two might be interested in these things because it may give them a perspective that they weren't aware of. So anyone that's interested in this field might gain something from this platform. So as you listen to this, um, don't forget to share these videos and subscribe to our service. Um, it's going out on YouTube, so this can be shared and subscribed to on any platform, whether it be Facebook, um, Twitter, LinkedIn, or any place that you would like to share it to. But it's important that you not only share it, but subscribe to it and ask those that you send it to subscribe as well, because we would like for it to be seen on as many platforms as possible. Uh, we are we do have the advantage of already having an international audience. Our our Facebook page, um, as I told you, it has 1,230 members, but it also is um, thankfully in about 30 countries already. Countries that include like South Africa, New Zealand, um, the UK, Canada, the United States, um, countries in South America, Colombia, Argentina, um, the Netherlands. I'd have to go down the list, but those are just a few of the highlights. Um, so, who am I? The host of your show. Like I said, my name is Stephen Lyford. I live in the northeastern Midwest United States in the state of Michigan. I'm a 45-year migraine sufferer, and I feel I can be an advocate to those who suffer um, from chronic migraines, to let them know we are not alone. We have a common disability, um, and it is a disability. Um, there are migraine sufferers who can't maintain a job, um, who these migraines are totally dis, disabling because um, you're not able to live a productive life. Now, some migraine sufferers, um, their migraines are less severe and they're able to to live more of a productive life at times. Um, and we find ways to do that. Um, and I feel I can be an advocate to lead some of you through these types of things. Um, I, for example, have found ways to live a productive life. My migraines have allowed me to do that. I've my migraines have not been completely disabling. They've been more annoying. I've been hospitalized 3 times since I've moved to Michigan, and thank God my migraines are not like that all the time. Um, I would say most of my migraines are level 3 or 4. Sometimes they get up to a 6 or a 7. And if you calculate your pain levels, you know what I'm talking about. And we'll do a show on how we calculate our pain levels. And I know a couple of people that I've discussed this in post who, what is a level 10? And we'll discuss that because I got into a tete-a-tete about a level 10 with someone on the page the other day. Um, and real briefly, how did I become involved in speaking about migraines? And I'll get into this story on a later show, but just briefly, a neurologist handed me a piece of paper and he said to me, I want you to record your migraines. So this piece of paper he handed me was like an Excel spreadsheet. And I'm thinking, wow, there has to be an app for that. So I went on my phone and I started looking for apps. I'm thinking, this is the modern day age. How am I going to keep up with this piece of paper? So I found several apps, and I settled on one that I found to be more comprehensive and easy to use. And long story short, I used that app for quite a while. Um, and during the use of the app, I found out, well, it doesn't have anything about weather on it. And I contacted the app through their help menu and suggested, why don't you have weather on your app? Well, the app's creator contacted me and asked why I wanted it on there. In fact, he wanted to Skype with me. And we had a discussion on Skype about it. And lo and behold, they added weather. Now, I don't know if they added it because of me. I like to take credit for it. But so the owner, the big guy, and I have remained casual friends via Skype and Facebook Messenger and everything. And so his app is the number one app for recording migraines in the world. And I started a Facebook group a few years back, 4 or 5 years back. And so I did that originally to promote his app because I wanted people to use this app. I was kind of proud of the fact that I got involved in it. And so people started joining my group on Facebook. And, I was sort of promoting it on my Facebook page and my LinkedIn page. Well, the people joining the group didn't join it because they wanted to use the app. They joined it because they wanted a migraine support group. Well, I have a migraine support group now. And the thing is, it started growing like out of control. I was getting like 100 people a month for a while, and it just kept growing over the last 4 to 5 years. And now I have over 1,200 people in the group, and they're from all over the world. I mean, like I said, Argentina, South Africa, all these different countries. And, you know, they had this, more of an idea of, pardon me, um, what they wanted the group to be. So, um, in my group, and pardon me for looking away, I had to move my script. um, but in the group, we've done topic videos to our group members. I've always done that, where I'll do videos about a specific topic. And lately, I've been thinking, we're doing such a great job internationally, but it's kind of restricted, because I'm only talking to this group, and we wanted to see if we could reach a wider audience. And I thought, wow, um, we have YouTube that we could do these videos on, and they would not only get to the group, but we could get to all the other groups, and we could get to a wider audience on different platforms. And those people that see the videos, um, they might be interested in coming back and joining our group as well and expanding our audience. So that was the reason why we're creating this YouTube channel called Migraine International Patients Perspective. And we want to be able to speak directly to migraine sufferers around the world to gain their perspectives on a wide range of migraine topics. So we're creating a show that's not just informative, but that the audience can identify with on a personal level, because that's what our group has been about. It's been on a personal level, patient to patient, and it is, um, like if you have, for example, sudden onset migraines, and you come on and said, "Have you ever had this happen?" You know, people in the group are going to say, "Yeah, after I do this, or after I drink that, or after I eat this," or you have a discussion, and it goes back and forth. And sometimes you can find things to alleviate it. Oh, don't do this, or don't eat that, or don't drink this, or you're not getting enough sleep, or what, you come up with solutions or things that you find that might be a trigger, or might be a solution to whatever it is that you're experiencing or doing. And sometimes, it helps. And sometimes it just helps that someone is listening that understands. So, another thing that we discuss in the groups is that family doesn't understand, whether it's a spouse, a parent, a coworker, a boss, those folks that don't have chronic migraines. How do we talk to them? Those are big discussions in our group. And sometimes if you can just get them to come to the page and read through a discussion about that. So we get into a post where someone comes and says, "My boss this or that," and there's a long discussion between members. I'll chime in and say, "Look, you see all these answers you got, you need to bring your boss onto the page and have them read the comments." And I've had people come back and say, "Yeah, I brought my boss on here and they're kind of embarrassed now, so they understand now." So these are the kind of things that Migraine International Patients Perspective can help with. Um, so um, in the beginning on YouTube, we can't do live broadcast until we get our subscription level up to a certain level. So we're gonna record several shows ahead of time, and then we're gonna see if we can get our subscription level up, and we're going to try to keep people informed on the schedule of the release. We're going to figure out the timeline on when we're going to schedule the release of the shows because we want to make it consistent. Um, we're going to try to release them weekly, and we're going to determine what the best dates and times are for the broadcast because, when we finally get ready to start doing these live, we want to have that schedule so that you guys are ready for that same time that we've been releasing them recorded so that the live shows will be at that time as well. So when we get started with the live shows, we want to have an audience. And then that audience will be able to not only see the shows live, but they'll be able to comment, and then we can answer the comments live on the show. So you can actually participate as we go through the show. That's our plan. Now, we have some guests that are members of our group lined up for some of our pre-recorded shows. And once I figure out how to work bringing people on as guests on the live show, once I figure the technology out, we may do that as well on the live shows as well. Now, I've got to come up with a format for the live shows as well so that we can, keep the time shorter because I don't want to run audiences off because the shows run too long because I know I can be wordy. So I originally recorded this video and it came out to be like 30 minutes. We're running about 16, 17 minutes right now, so I'm going to be getting out of here. But I hope this video will encourage you to subscribe and be a part of Migraine International Patients Perspective. So don't forget to like this video and share. Don't forget to share.